students, how are you today? In today's video, we are going to learn what is markup on cost and gross profit margin. If sales and cost of sales is given, very easily you can find out what is gross profit margin or markup on cost. That's what we are going to understand in this video today. In the later stage, I will explain to you when the information are missing, how you can do that. Let's start with an example. For example, the formula what you will be using is sales minus cost of sales is equal to gross profit. Now, if I ask you how to calculate gross profit margin, what you will do? Gross profit margin is equal to GP upon sales. And since we are calculating in percentage, it will be into 100. 100 is the percentage. If I am asking you what is markup on cost, how you will calculate markup on cost? That is equal to gross profit upon cost of sales. Can you see this? Into 100. So if sales is given, cost of sales is given, very easily we can calculate gross profit. Just we have to subtract it and we get the gross profit. If we have to calculate gross profit margin, that is gross profit upon sales. I will use this formula. Basically, try to understand. Don't remember only the formulas. So, gross profit upon sales into 100 is you will get the gross profit margin. That is also called somewhere as profit on sales. And markup on cost, that is profit on cost. Is that clear? Now, if for example, now we will take the examples and try to understand this. If sales is given 125,000, I have taken this amount. I will explain to you in unit as well in the coming next part. But here I am trying to take this sales as 125,000 and cost is, for example, 100,000. How we get all this, that is also I will explain to you, but for the timing, I am trying to calculate just using as simple as sales minus cost of sales is equal to gross profit. So my sales is 125,000, my cost of sales is 100,000 and profit is 25,000. It's very simple, right? Now, how I will calculate what is profit on sales or gross profit margin? If I want to calculate gross profit margin, I'll just put the formula. GP margin is equal to, what is my gross profit? 25,000. And what is my sales? That is 125,000 into 100. So if I calculate here, 1/5 is 20%. So what is my GP margin? It's 20% or 1/5 on sales. What is profit? This profit is 1/5 on sales. This profit is 1/5 on sales. Now, if I want to calculate markup on cost, how you will calculate that? Markup on cost, I'll just put it in abbreviation type. Markup on cost or also profit on cost is equal to, your profit is 25,000. Now, what is your cost of sales? Your cost of sales is 100,000. So 25,000 upon 100,000 into 100. How much it will be? 25. 4 is 4. 20 is equal to 25%. That is markup on cost. So this all looking very simple to you because all the information are given to you. Many of the times when the information is missing, how you will calculate. But also, what is more important is you have to understand this profit is on cost and that is markup on cost. So if you want to actually understand what is markup on cost, is just 25,000 upon 100. This you have to understand that properly, that markup on cost is nothing but gross profit upon cost. And gross profit margin is 25,000 upon sales. Clear? When calculating as a trader and you are buying something of 1000 units, you are buying 1000 units and each cost, you are buying that cost, 1 unit is 100. What is your cost price per unit? Is 100. You will get this 100,000, right? Because you are buying 1000 units. Same cost, this 100 unit you are buying for, you are paying how much? 100,000. You are paying 100,000 and you will be, you think like, for 100, I will make profit of 25, for example, for 1 unit. So if your cost price per unit is 100 and you are thinking how much profit you will make, because it's 100 and profit is, suppose you are telling that I will have a profit of 25 and 125. So what is my selling price? Is 125. And how much unit you are selling? It's 1000. So that way I have taken directly this formula, that is 25 into 1000 is 125,000. Come here. This is one equation I have given to you, that is sales minus cost of sales is, that is my first equation I told you. It's very simple. You know cost of sales, if minus by sales is cost of. Also information is available. Now suppose you have been giving, some of the information is missing. What is happening here? Some of the information is missing. Try to understand here clearly now. Now you don't know what is the cost, but you are given a sales. What is given to you? Sales. What is the sales? 125,000. What is the sales? 125,000. And you don't know what is the cost, but you know what is gross profit. Now for example, gross profit is given as 25% on cost. Now see how we are going to calculate and use the same equation to find out the cost of sales. How you are using this formula to use the same information and calculate cost of sales. I don't know what is my cost, but I know 25 upon 100, that is 25% on cost, that information. Now they are telling you calculate gross profit. But here, how you will use this equation to calculate gross profit? First you have to find out what is your cost of sales. So what you will do, use the same equation. If sales minus cost of sales is equal to, now how you will calculate this? Gross profit is equal to, you don't know. Now here, sales minus cost of sales is equal to, I am trying to calculate with the missing information. What I don't have is, I don't know what is cost of sales. What I don't have, I don't know what is cost of sales. But what is given in the information, always remember what he is telling 25 on cost. So let's take this, understand it with the help of, use this equation. I don't know the cost of sales. So let my cost of sales be 100. Why 100? Because this is 25% on cost. And what is the full percent we have? Is 100. So cost of sales is 100. If cost of sales is 100, what is my GP? GP is given as, gross profit is given as 25% on cost. Now what equation you will form here? You know sales minus cost of sales is profit. If I do sales is equal to, if sales I am doing is equal to, what will happen? This cost of sales plus profit. Is that clear? Now you are being given sales, you don't know this, but sales is equal to, you know, you purchase for 100, you know what is 25 profit, this will be equal to that. Okay, so I am using this formula, now equation, I am making one second equation. This is the first equation I have given, this is the second equation I am making. Sales is equal to cost of sales plus gross profit. Sales is equal to cost of sales plus gross profit. Let me repeat again, sales is equal to cost of sales plus gross profit. Sales I know is how much? 125,000. Cost of sales is 100. That's 100C, which I have taken here. Let I assume, because if gross profit is 25%, if gross profit is 25% on cost, and I am taking cost as 100, 25% on cost will be 100%. That is 100 plus, remember this is percent, and gross profit is on cost, that is 100C. Suppose cost is 100%, cost is 100% C plus gross profit is 25%. Now what the equation I am getting? 25% on cost, 25% on cost. So what my equation is, 125,000 is equal to 125% C. Here, if sales 125,000 is equal to 125% C. So C is equal to what? Your cost of sales is equal to what? C is equal to 125,000 upon this 125 into 100. I hope you will be able to do this formula in a very simple way, like 125,000 upon 125 into 100, that is in percentage. Why I am doing this again here in multiply, this is in percentage, so I am taking it to the numerator side. 125, 1. So what is my cost of sales now? Is equal to 100,000. So once you get your cost of sales, I think now it is very simple now for you. With this missing information, I have arrived at what is cost, that is 100,000. Now I hope this is very simple for you now. What is your cost? Cost is 100,000. If I ask you now calculate gross profit, you will be very happy. You will be very happy to calculate. Now I know my cost of sales. I know my sales. So my sales minus cost of sale is equal to. So 125,000 minus 100,000 is equal to 20,000. Now I know this is 1/4 on cost, this is 1/5 on sales. I can do it now very easily. This is 25%, 25,000 upon 100, 25,000 of 125,000, that is 20%. You got it now? Now what you are going to recall from this, what I was not given is, I was not given cost. And from using this example, I have calculated your profit. I calculated my cost. And from the cost, I have calculated again the profit. That was my question. What was the gross profit? 25,000. What was the cost of sales? 100,000. So all the answers, whatever the question was, I got the answer for this. So student, now in many cases, sales minus cost of sales is equal to profit, that you know already. Now we are trying to figure out if sales was given, cost of sales is given, how to calculate it. Now suppose you have been given sales minus cost of sales is equal to gross profit. And cost of sales is given as 100,000. Cost of sales is given as 100,000. Gross profit is given on sales. On sales is equal to 20%. In this case, if gross profit is given on sales, cost is given, how you will calculate your gross profit? How you will calculate your gross profit? Always see the missing part will be on the percentage will be given on one cost, and the sales you have to calculate, or cost of sales you have to calculate. Then you have to deduct from that and to find out the profit. So here gross profit is equal. Now if again form the equation. Whenever you have been given sales on 20%, again start with us. Let sales be 100%. You know sales minus GP is equal to cost of sales. Sales minus GP is equal to cost of sales. Sales is 100s minus what is GP is given is 20%, that is 20s is equal to cost of sales is 100,000. Is that clear? Now sales, let sales be 100s, s minus GP is equal to cost. So 80% s is equal to 100,000. Cost of sales is 80% of s. S is equal to 100,000 Now you are trying to find out here sales. How you will find out sales? 100,000 upon 80%, 80 into 100. That is equal to 24 sir, 5 sir, 4 1 sir, 4 2 sir, 8, 5 sir. So sales is equal to what now? Sales is equal to 125,000. Clear? So how we are from the three equation, I have tried to tell you like how you can use this same equation and calculate the missing part of the question. So now very easily you can find out what is your gross profit. You know cost. What is your cost? Cost is 100,000. And what is your profit now? 25,000. So you can find out. And what is your sales? Sales you got as 120. So after you get that equation from the missing example, you will be able to do calculate till how the missing part can be calculated and can be figured out. So I hope this is all getting clear with you with the help of what is markup on cost, what is cost, how to calculate that, and try to get from the missing part how to figure out. That's all from this video for today, for this video now.